Hey guys, welcome to the final game between MaDFroG, the Zerg player, and LiquidTLO, the little one, the Terran player. We will be playing the last match, 8 of 8, on Metropolis. It's been a really fun series so far. If you haven't checked out any of the previous games, I would strongly advise you to check out game number 7 because it was a really nice showcase of Zerg versus Terran. I think the Zerg player pulled it off quite well, and the little one did what he could and also did quite well in that match. As we get this match underway, we've seen this particular match on this map before. There's quite a lot of empty air places where you can hide air units where ground units can't get to, so air could be a good factor in this game. And we see both players are starting their bases. I want to just take a moment to say a couple of things. I want to thank the guys who have given me suggestions, even the people who said that my audio sucks and so on and so on. I think it's getting better, and you guys let me know what you think. And if you have more ideas, more suggestions, more you suck, stuff like that, just let me know. I would love to hear from you, because all the input that I get from you guys makes me real happy, and I strive to improve for you guys and for myself as well. So please do keep on giving me feedback if possible. And we see that MaDFroG is scouting in the correct direction with the drone, but he's actually moving his overlord away because he knows that the base is not there. LiquidTLO is putting down barracks after he put down the refinery. And MaDFroG has decided to expand to his natural expansion, even though LiquidTLO is quite close. It's very interesting because this is a very wide gap. Might be difficult for the Zerg to defend the natural expansion, but we'll see what LiquidTLO tries to throw at MaDFroG's way, and we'll see how MaDFroG responds. I think at this point MaDFroG still wants to maintain the position inside the base. Some Zerg player likes to circle the barracks because it prevents them from putting down the tech building. As you see, if you keep it here, it will be difficult for the Terran to throw down a tech building, because he knows that the Terran got the early refining and that he wants to throw down a tech building. And now MaDFroG is preventing LiquidTLO those valuable couple of seconds, preventing him from throwing down the tech factory he wants to. And he does manage to get off for a couple more seconds before the drone finally dies. Well, that is quite annoying, and it forces LiquidTLO to put the barracks not exactly where he wants. But I guess that's acceptable because he can still switch these two units off. These two buildings to switch off, as a tech lab is well underway. The hatchery is almost done. LiquidTLO will see that the hatchery is done, and that he has a spawning pool and an extractor. He should be able to get all this information with this SCV as long as he gets it inside. And he's getting it inside. MaDFroG just chilling here, taking a overlord, leaving it over there just to see what's going on. There's three probes. There's 3 drones on gas. I thought there's only 2. Second refinery going up for LiquidTLO. It's very interesting. Like I mentioned, that trick with the drone, it's very interesting. You can do that with pretty much every single race, and you can delay the tech lab quite a bit. So it forces the Reaper or the Marauder to come a little bit later than usual. As we see some early Reaper pressure, this Reaper sees the Zergling and decides to pick it off. He 2-shots it. He does take 5 damage though, not so bad. A spine crawler is going up, as MaDFroG does expect some sort of early tech because he did see the early refinery along with the tech lab. And we'll see how much damage this Reaper can do. Metabolic boost coming out for the Zerglings. Marauder coming out for LiquidTLO. These 2 Zerglings should be able to... Oh, they weren't able to chase down this Marauder. This Marauder trying to circle. I don't think he'll be able to get in, but this Marauder and Hellion combination might be able to do some damage. He takes down 1 probe. He's burning away at the base. A Queen comes out to try to defend. A second Hellion is on the way for LiquidTLO. Let's see if he can pick out this Hellion. Oh, he takes out the Hellion. And, he takes out the Reaper, and the Hellion is able to run away. If we take a look at the units, we have 7 Zerglings, 1 Queen versus 1 Medic, 1 Marauder, and 2 Hellions. A second Spine Crawler is going up. This is very good positioning for the Spine Crawler. This guards the natural expansion as well as the ramp, and this one will guard the natural expansion to prevent them from being harassed on this side. As we do see 3 Hellions are coming out for LiquidTLO. We'll see what he can do with this force. Zergling speed not quite done yet, but it should be there soon. We see siege tech is being researched. 1 Zergling goes down. 1 drone goes down. The spine crawler finishes and is able to push away these 3 Hellions. Second extractor is up, but there is no probe going inside. A third extractor going up, but he still has not put any drones inside. As a rule of thumb, usually when you build a building or you have a unit, you should justify the cost of it. And there he does put in the 3 workers. Usually when you're not, if you build a building and you don't use it, it's kind of a waste. It's like investing in something and then not getting any returns for it. It's very unusual for any players to do it, especially high level players. But sometimes players do want to get that early 100 gas and then stop mining gas altogether. But we have seen some of that play. And then we see 2 SCVs coming out here to repair, and then this one Zergling will be able to see that he has siege tanks, and this Zerglings will be trying to run back to base where the spine crawler will help him defend. If we take a look at the units, he only has 5 Zerglings. This may not brew too well, as LiquidTLO does have quite a formidable force with 5 Hellions in the front, 2 siege tanks, 2 Marines, and 2 Marauders. And he's building a bunker. He's putting down a bunker. He's trying to get some pressure in, trying to build a defensive line inside the offensive position. Oh, and I think that tank does kill a good chunk of the Zerglings. And here, they will be able to focus fire and take down this spine crawler. And he's taking further economical damage, and will be able to take down this extractor. In the production tab, we see a Thor's coming out and a additional Marauder, and we see a transfer of tech to Roaches. The income is about even right now, and these Roaches was able to take down a good portion of the Marauders, but they can't quite deal with these 2 siege tanks. He should be getting more units and sticking them inside this bunker. That would be quite nice. The bunkers are salvageable, so that means when you invest 100 in bunkers, you can always salvage them and get back the 100 minerals. So it's kind of like a free structure, free building, whatever you want to say it. This spine crawler should probably move back. Might be his best choice. Getting pelted at is probably not the best idea, and he does move the spine crawler back slightly. We have 12 roaches, 13 roaches, 14 roaches versus a Thor and 2 tanks. These look LTO. The little one is trying to put pressure on MaDFroG, and I don't think this spine crawler is going to be able to go anywhere, and he just dies. Right now it's 1 base Terran versus 1 base Zerg. This is a pretty comfortable position for LiquidTLO. I think he also has time to expand if he wants to, because this contain is very well done. And he scans and he's able to take away some. He killed 1 probe there, and then these roaches come in. They take down the Thor, and he takes down the Marauder. He takes down 1 tank. The second tank's going down, and then with these roaches, MaDFroG is able to break the contain. And they take down the Marauder, and he should be able to take down this 1 Thor. This tank sieging up to try to give support to his Thor buddy as he retreats. And this is going to be close. And he takes down the Thor. What very clutch play. And then he's also going to be able to take down this tank, because the tank unsiege, and it takes quite a bit of time to unsiege and siege. Right now the Zerg player senses his advantage, and he probably gonna either go back out and try to press his advantage, or he's gonna expand here to his natural expansion. If we take a look at the income tab, they're both almost identical because they're both back on 1 base. In the production tab, we see vehicle weapons getting upgraded. If we take a look at the army size, MaDFroG actually has quite a bit of an army advantage. I think he's waiting for LiquidTLO to put down a expansion before he moves out. We see the range of this tank is barely not able to shoot these roaches. Is almost, these 2 roaches like has a 3rd sense or a 6th or a 7th sense, knowing exactly where the range of the tank is and not going for it. MaDFroG also saw the SCV, the Hellion, go by with this Zergling on the tower, so that he's probably going to be able to snipe this. If we take a look at the production tab, Burrow is coming up for MaDFroG. MaDFroG has used Burrow before, and quite effectively, I would say. And it's almost LiquidTLO read his mind. He had the missile turrets up already. Army size, pretty comparable now, as MaDFroG opted to get the high expansion, the high yield expansion, and also his original natural expansion back up and running. The worker count a little bit in favor of LiquidTLO, as he actually has 2 bases right now, but he's not quite investing a lot in an army size, I believe. He only has 5 Marauders, 1 tank, 1 Hellion, and 1 Thor, whereas 18 roaches should easily dispatch of that if they were to engage outside the base. This one Hellion coming in takes down one drone. Will he be able to get a second one? No, almost got another 2 drones. If we just get squeezing another shot. Oh, and look at how pretty these roaches are. They have their burrow tech ready, so now they can burrow. And we'll see if... Oh, he's gonna go for it. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to do much, as there is 2 towers. And he's sneaking. All is quiet in the night. Oh, he does see it. He does see the roaches coming in. They need to unburrow to try to take out the Marauder. Takes out one Marauder. He's going for the second door, but he does not want to get in range with that one siege tank. This one siege tank is able to deter this group of a lot of roaches. 18 roaches originally. I think he lost 1 roach. Zerg going for his 3rd expansion. And the worker count still favoring the Terran player, LiquidTLO. And once again, I think these roaches are going to come in and snipe off this refinery and he does snipe it off, and here he might catch the Thor out of position as he's not within the range of the tanks, and he does not want to engage without the range of his tanks. Some drones being transferred currently, as we see a Raven's coming out, stem pack along with vehicle plating. Vehicle plating, yes, vehicle plating. We're getting some attacks for these Zerg units as well, 1-1. And he's gonna again go for this refinery and deny him this refinery. Oh, and he doesn't actually have, he didn't want to go for it. He didn't want to risk losing all of his drones, but LiquidTLO scans and is gonna force him to try to run away with these drones, and then the Raven comes out to deny the Roach's ability to burrow and surprise the Terran. If we take a look at the income, Zerg has pulled slightly ahead as he begins to saturate this high-yield expansion, but then LiquidTLO knows he has a slight advantage because he took out quite a number of roaches, and he's going to press on with these 2 Hellions, bunch of Marauders, 5 Marauders, 4 tanks, and 2 Thors. Kills a creep tumor because this Raven is a very good detector. And these roaches are going to try to maybe go around or go for a counterattack. And this group of units is giving free reign. He's probably going to try to take down this expansion in hopes that he would trade it for this expansion, as he does have the Hayu expansion. These Zerglings going in gets us around on the tank. And these Zerglings are also destroying the supply depot. The slow mech unit is slowly marching into the main base of MaDFroG, and they're doing massive damage right now. There's absolutely no income for LiquidTLO. This could be trouble. He's going for the base swap, perhaps. And then, if we take a look at the production tab, there's more units coming out. Will MaDFroG be able to deal with this massive number of mech units? That is the question. He does still have a base farming right now. Mining right now. And I think he will be okay. Whereas LiquidTLO doesn't have anything. LiquidTLO's got to lift off his command center and fly elsewhere to get the resources that he needs. Right now, only MaDFroG is getting income, but LiquidTLO doesn't know about this the high yield expansion. There's action all over the map, and this buildings are lifting off and trying to fly to another location, and this hive is gonna go down. These roaches are doing what they can to try to clean up what's left of the buildings. And surprisingly, LiquidTLO leaves the infestor pit. Now LiquidTLO knows something is up. He did scan, and he knows that there's a 3rd base. And now MaDFroG knows that there's a 3rd base, and the 2nd hatchery going up to use the resources he just gathered.